You're on 100.3 FM at the Sounds of MacArthur. Greg Bryant with you for the Aussie Collection Show. It's now time for this week's guest. Please welcome Connie Kiss Andersen. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Greg.
So excited to have you in the studio.
Oops, yeah, sorry, that was my chair making all sorts of noises here. Bang, what did I do? Yeah, thanks. It's actually great to have to be here. It's been a while, a few years since I was actually in the studio here, so it's good to be seeing back and seeing new faces too. Yeah.
And so how was the trip from WA over?
It was a long haul. So, yeah, I have to pace myself because, I travel alone. I travel with my partner, my husband, who's fondly known as the horizontal cowboy, but he's committed to work. So being a muso, I have to be committed to, things that are happening. So we try and connect, but sometimes I have to travel by myself. And this trip was hauling the 24-foot caravan across the Nullarbor and through. Well, the worst part was actually just up the road here in Sydney. It was a bit hairy. Everything else went well.
Would have been nice sights over the Nullarbor.
Lovely. It's one of my favourite drives. Certainly down by the Great Australian Bight with all the water and even though there's no trees, it's not like the Hay Plains. There's something to see. It's just really, the wilderness is really exquisite.
Yeah. And over your career, which artists have inspired you?
I could ask that question quite a lot. And the funny thing is, it's not really the artist that inspires me because it's usually the song. So there'll be a fabulous song that all artists are great. Once they reach a certain stage, they've all got, an amazing degree of talent. And so it's when a song comes out, that's when I sort of think, wow. And so I can tell you my songs and that, things that really stick with me. And one of them is the song Remembers When. And I believe that's Trisha Yearwood made it to number one, but the songwriter was Hugh Prestwood, So each artist has an influence over me in terms of my style. And another woman who is completely unknown to most people, I think, is Lorena McKennett. So I love her voice and her delivery of her, and it's sort of an acoustic folk, alternate folk sort of style. So, but I grew up with Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash in the house. My mum and dad were real fans of them.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I am jealous because you have been to Nashville many times.
I have, yes.
What's it like over there?
Well, I think there's two sides to Nashville. It shows the two sides of the Nashville coin. One is for the tourists. The tourists just love going down Broadway where all the honky-tonks are and the traditional style of music goes, and the new country and all the rest. But then there's then there really is the business and the music side of Nashville. And I'd encourage anybody who goes to visit Nashville to actually look for the other side, which is the songwriting side. And you can go, if you just step out of the main street and go a few blocks into the back bars, and also, in the suburbs, there are bars there that people are showcasing their songs, they're working their songs to an audience, and networking and getting their music. And I love that side of it. I play a lot of songwriters rounds and things like that. And if you sort of go to some of these, Nashville's great for dive bars. The divier the bar, the more original and genuine you will see the music. And some of them they'll just be bands, that are getting together for a Sunday afternoon jam, and it's amazing.
It's my dream to go there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good place.
Yeah. Well, you have brought your guitars. I'd love to hear a live song now. What are you going to play first?
So you want a live song now? Oh, okay. Well, this is one of my favourite songs that is so not radio friendly. I thought I would get a chance to play it, but it's one of the songs where I am a songwriter, and so I get affected by what happens around me. Sometimes I choose to write about it, and the reason I say it's so radio friendly in that it's a song about love and loss. My friend friend was traded in for a younger model after many years of marriage, and I felt her pain. So that's the sort of thing that people don't really want to hear that, but I'll play it for you. So it's called It Won't Set You Free.
Here it is, 100.3.
Don't go, just say no to her tonight, 'cause it won't make things right between you and me, and it won't set you free. Stay with me instead. Tell me what's in your head. What does she have couldn't give? What does she do that I never did? If you need, you can leave, but it won't set you free, 'cause she is not the answer to your fears. She can take away those years we shared as one. Those years won't come undone. So if there is a price for what's missing in your life, will you still make the trade for the love and miles we made? If you look inside, you will see it won't set you free. So please don't go, just say no to her tonight, 'cause it won't make things right between you and me, and it won't set you free. No, it won't set you free.
Connie, Kiss Andersen there, that was awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
And when you do write music, do you have a certain process that you have?
Well, no, sometimes I have a little riff going on, and sometimes the words come to me. Sometimes I sort of sit down and I study sometimes, or not sometimes, I've done courses with Berklee College of Music, and I've had to do homework. and sometimes songs just develop from homework, doing a homework, or sometimes I'll challenge myself. A song on my Naked album called Come On, Come On. That was actually a young man from WAPA, which is the West Australian Academy of Performing Arts. He came to me and he wanted a song written for him. And he told me about a story how he chased a girl until he caught her, and then he lost interest, which is sounds very familiar, doesn't it? And anyway, and so I challenged myself to write a song over one chord, because I think it just makes you a better writer if you don't stick with a certain formula and style. And I had a riff going in, a feel, I guess. And so I wrote that song over one chord, because a lot of good songs have been written over one chord. We don't know that, but they have, yeah.
And your current album, Naked Under the Radar, can you tell us about it?
Well, yeah, it's one of those albums that, yes, it's not me that's naked under the radar. That's not a pretty sight, and I think I really don't want to scare people away. But these are songs that I had released. Being based in Western Australia, you can't get further away. It is officially the most isolated city in the world. So as far as the industry goes, it took quite a few albums of mine to get noticed, putting out a bit of persistence. And I think by my fourth album, people became aware of my music and me. But there were some songs that I felt had really slipped under the radar in that period leading up to that fourth album that I felt needed to be heard. And as a songwriter, I wanted the song to stand out by itself, not necessarily all the bells and whistles with the wonderful production, even though, you know, the musos on most of the albums are friends of mine. It wasn't about that. It was about the song standing out. So I put out an album called Naked Under the Radar, and these were songs that were naked. They were stripped back, just acoustic, and those songs I felt had slipped under the radar, bar one or two new songs.
Well, we are going to play one now. Can you tell us about Happy Day?
Yes, I can, actually. Happy Day was actually written just up the road here in Leppington. And I was visiting my mum and dad, and they... and at the time I was, writing songs where you had your heart on your sleeve, just like that last song, you know. And my husband said to me, he said, "Look, Connie, if you keep writing songs like that, we're going to have to also include razor blades with the CD, right?" And he said, "Why don't you write a happy song?" And we were on holidays, and so I thought, well, you know, what do you do on holidays? I did the calypso, because everyone associates a little bit of calypso style with being on holidays, and you can write a song, you know, sleep all day long, which was what we pretty well did when we were here. Yeah.
We're going to play that right now, and then we'll be back with some more.
Thank you.
Oh, a happy day. We're gonna sing a song and play all day. Oh, a happy day. No worries, no ties, no work today. The working man, he's got no time. Too many things are on his mind. He lives his life for money and pay. Me, I'm living for my holiday. Oh, a happy day. We're gonna sing a song and play all day. Oh, a happy day. No worries, no ties, no work today. On a holiday, you got no cares. Your time is yours, you can do as you dare. You can sing and dance, you can write a song. You can lay around, sleep all day long. Happy day, happy day, oh yeah. Me, I'm happy on my holiday. work all year to get some money. My job is long and it don't seem funny. My hand goes out to collect my pay, and I'm off and away for my holiday. Oh, a happy day. We're gonna sing a song and play all day. Oh, a happy day. No worries, no ties, no work today. Happy day. Happy day. Oh yeah. Me, I'm happy on my holiday. Oh, a happy day. Gonna sing a song and play all day. Oh, a happy day. No worries, no ties, no work today. Me, I'm happy on my holiday. Gonna sing a song and play all day. No worries, no ties, no work today. Me, I'm happy on my holiday.
And if you're just joining us for the Aussie Collection, joining me is Connie Kiss Andersen. Now, Connie, you tour around Australia at different festivals. Do you have a favourite?
Well, in terms of, I do have, every festival is my favourite when I'm performing there. That's a bit political, this question, but I'll be playing at the Mildura Country Music Festival, which certainly is my favourite on the East Coast. It's so well run, and it's great to catch up with all the other indie artists. It's an indie festival. It really helps us lift our profile. In Western Australia, we've got two festivals, the Boyett Brook Country Music Festival and a new one which is fast becoming my favourite, called the Nambung Country Music Festival, which I think is the 26th of October this coming year. So, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and 600 or so caravans turned up last year, and we're going to run it again, and it was a lot of fun. So, do I have a favourite? I have lots of favourites. Is that the correct answer?
Now, where can people go to get your albums and your music?
Yeah, well, they can come to my shows. That would work. And actually, I'm playing at Blacktown Country Music Club tomorrow night. I'm not even sure of the address at the moment, but if you Google that. And the other is Wyong RSL on Friday night. But apart from live gigs, if you go online, you can actually just Google my name and my Kismana Music, which is my music website and my label, and there's options there on how you can purchase. If you order through Sanity, my distributor is WJO, we can always get our music to you, or my music to you anyway. So lots of ways. Also downloads through CD Baby and Apple, is it iTunes, Spotify, all of those.
All of those.
Yeah.
And are you working on our new album? I
am, actually. It's funny, I was over in Nashville just a month ago, and we put down some tracks. When I go to Nashville, I've been a guest of the Cash family for the last 10 years or so. Johnny Cash's sister, Miss Joanne, she runs a Cowboy Church, and that's a church that's actually held in a theatre every Sunday morning, that's broadcast live on WSM, and it's also for the tourists. It's a non-denominational service for the tourists, and they have international guests or local guests, and who come in and sing their favourite gospel songs, and I have been fortunate enough to be doing that for years now, but I decided people would come up to me and say, "Oh, is that song on your album?" And it was, I'd sing a little bit of gospel, and so I decided to put a little gospel album out, Songs of Faith, and it's not just gospel; it's the old trad gospel and some of my own songs that have a message, that have a meaning, to be inspired, I guess.
We can't wait to hear it when it comes out.
Thank you. Hopefully out at Mildura if all goes well.
Thank you so much for coming in. It's been an honour.
Oh,
have you.
No, I'm very welcome. Thank you for having me.
And I'm going to finish another track. What are you going to finish with?
Oh, now you want me to play a song? Yeah, okay. Well, how about, do you want, well, I'll give you a choice. Seeing that you mentioned On the Other Side of Midnight or Gone Wishing.
I like Gone Wishing.
You like Gone Wishing? Okay, well, it's my version of Gone Wishing, even though I recorded, we had, I just wasn't sure about the way I played it, even though most people would say it's okay. So you're going to hear me playing it. on Naked, I played on 10 of the 12 tracks, and this is one of them I didn't play on. But anyway.
Here it is.
Saw a little girl sitting all alone in another world that was all her own. A saddened look was in her distant eyes, and when I asked her what was wrong, she looked at me and then began to cry. She said, I've gone wishing for my mother. I've gone wishing that God will ease her pain. I've gone wishing for my brother. I've gone wishing that we will see his face again. Saw a young boy throwing sticks and stones, looking to destroy what was not his own. A hopeless look showed through his angry eyes, and when I asked him what was wrong, he turned to me and then began to cry. He said, I've gone wishing for my father. I've gone wishing that God will ease his pain. I've gone wishing for all my brothers. I've gone wishing that we will see them once again. And as he walked away, I recalled the days we used to sing and chant about giving peace a chance. But now I'm sad to say, oh so sad to say, that song ain't sung today. So I've gone wishing for all our mothers. I've gone wishing that God will ease their pain. I've gone wishing for all our fathers. I've gone wishing that they will see their sons again. And I've gone wishing for each other and for a new world, a world that is free from tears and tyranny.
Connie Kiss Andersen there, thank you so much.
Thank you.